Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. So today I am playing in the Dina Wakley 6-inch white journal. I know, what a surprise! I do have some other journals. And this is a page that needed finishing off in this journal. It already had some leftover paint on the background, just like a really pale pink colour. So I'm just using a makeup sponge and I'm just adding some areas of white paint onto the page. Just using the shape on the end of that sponge, and you can see just adding sort of lots of square patterns on there. So using that almost like creating a stencil. And then I am using a fuchsia gloss spray and spraying it through the fence stencil, which is from Dina Wakley Media too, and just getting the excess off that stencil using some collage tissue paper. And then I am using, I think it was eggplant, and just spraying that through there too. And then I'm going in with blackberry, so you can see I'm just layering up the colours and overlapping little bits of stenciling too, and then again mopping up the excess on that piece of collage tissue paper there. Doesn't that leave a fabulous print off that stencil? And if that's not something you've tried doing, you should definitely give it a go. You can create some amazing collage paper to use in your journals doing that, having fun spraying stencils and then printing with them. Then this is some collage tissue paper, also from Dina Wakley. I think it's from a text pack. Sticking this in place using some gel medium. So I'm just using 3 areas of this tissue paper at the minute, and really that is just to add some more interest into the background and just to break it up a little bit. And as you know, I do like to add text onto my pages too. Sometimes that's in the background and sometimes that's in the handwritten or printed quotes that I add in to my pages too. I just added another piece there as well. I think I must have had some little bits left over and I was just adding those in as well. So once they were added in and dry, then I'm just using a little bit of white paint and I'm just kind of blending over those edges just to push those away into the background a little bit more, just so they kind of become more part of the background that I've already created. And you can see that does just kind of detracts from them a little bit, but they're still there, so you can still see them, but they're not in your face. This is a punch by, the brand is EK. I found it on Amazon. I've seen other people using it too, so this isn't my idea. And just using some black card, and I was just wondering whether I could use the part that was punched out. I guess you could. I think I did save it into my paper scraps box, but I decided, see, that would work, wouldn't it? Because you can still see the background through it. It's quite cute. But I decided I wanted to use these punched out ones instead, just to create some botanical elements on my page. So I'm going to use 3 over on that side, and then I think I put 1 on this right hand side. Yeah. So then it was working out how to stick these in place. So I'm just using a glue stick for these. And you have to be very gentle because the spine down the middle of the botanical punch out is quite fragile and it'd be very easy to pull it apart. It might be even easier just to use a bit of PVA glue and just squeeze that on. Might have been a little bit simpler to do that, but that worked okay. So I'm then going to use this Posca pen and just draw the line down from the base of those little leaf elements and just make them a little bit longer. And then I'm sticking that one, you see there, look, it went a bit wibbly. I was getting a bit overexcited with it, so to be really, really gentle. I'm doing the same on this side, but obviously it's going to be facing up the other way. And then I'm using the Signo Uniball in white, and I'm just outlining those leaves on those little pieces there, and drying each one as I go along because I don't want to smudge it. It's really easy to do, isn't it, when you're not really concentrating? Although, looking at it now, I could just have turned my book round and that would have made it even more sense, really. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? So just spending a bit of time outlining those. I think I must have been watching something while I was doing this. It was obviously very interesting. A bit of a pause there. So this is quite an effective way to just push things back into the background a little bit. It just detracts a bit from the starkness of the black. Not only does it add a bit more interest, but it also just, like I say, it just pushes it away. So it's still there, but it's not quite as in your face as it was before. And then I'm doing my usual thing of adding some dots and marks onto the page, and like I said so many times, I feel it kind of just grounds those elements that I've put on the page, gives them, it's like sort of where they're coming from, so they're not just sort of stuck there, detached from everything else, they belong. So that's it's quite a way that I've found to do that. And then these eyes are from the Church Doodles collage pack, and I don't really no idea why no idea, oh dear me. My best jokes are the ones that I don't realise I'm saying, which is really sad. I don't know why I decided to put these on the page, but funnily enough they did kind of work really well. Just as another element of interest on there. And I stuck those in place using gel medium 2. Then I'm just using a Posca pen just to add some splatters onto the page as well. That is really lots and lots of fun. If you've not tried it, you should give it a go, although it does go everywhere. And then I am using a Posca pen and I am writing my quote into the space in the middle. And there I was just making sure I'd got enough space to fit my words onto the page. And this quote is so true, isn't it? We're often so good at doubting ourselves and convincing ourselves that we can't do things. And actually, a lot of the time we can. And a little bit of self-belief can take us a long way. So once I'd done those letters and thickened up one part of them, and then going over them again using my Signo Uniball, you notice again it pushes them into the background. So they're there, but they're not so obvious. And there we go, that's the finished page. So lots and lots of layers and lots of kind of monochromatic really with the pinks and purples. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.